This is your fate.
Now look at this character very carefully. Yeah, this guy. He's very important to the story. Very important. Here we are in our dingy clothing, in a dark, dark room at the northmost corner of the northern Undead Asylum. He gave us a dungeon key. So, speaking a little bit about what we just saw, the intro actually doesn't seem like giving us a lot of info, but every single sentence that the intro contained was massively important. And I have played through this game a lot of times, and yet I keep finding hints to different things that I missed in the previous playthrough. So it was pretty important. We'll come back to the intro later when we uh, are done with the game, or like we are actually carrying on with the game for a bit. But yeah, there was a lot of info in that intro. We are going to meet all of those characters. They have rich backstories. We'll try to get into it as much as possible. But again, my focus is going to be to introduce you to the amazing gameplay elements and to explain to you why I find this game so fascinating and why this should be a lot more popular than what it is. This room is currently locked. We can't open it from this side, and we can hear huge stomping on the other side of this room. Let's just open this gate. The stomping, however, is not being caused by anything in this room. We'll figure out what it is what is causing the stomping later on. Get away. And this is our first pseudo boss sort of a that little thing you saw there were hints. They are normally left by players or the developers. We can write them later on. This is the second bonfire. I want to show you something regarding the bonfire later. I think we'll not get to see it soon, but these bonfires are already lit. They are not, we don't light them precisely, they already have fire. We just make it stronger. We need to get our shield for this next section. That archer there is going to start shooting at us, so let's just get our basic plank shield. There are useful hints everywhere in the game. It's best if you read them to get an idea of what to do. Come back. Get over here. Now we can get rid of this stupid straight sword and actually equip our class weapon. That is a club. We'll be moving on from this very quickly. Backstab. That is a critical hit. I love critical hits because they're amazing. This is a fog wall, and right now we are on the top of the bonfire we were at just a moment ago. This is an item that we can't get to yet. We'll get to it later in the game. This is the Northern Undead Asylum. It is the northest part of this world, and we are undead. Let's see if I have that item. Yeah, this is the dark sign. This dark sign signifies that an accursed undead. There are deads and there are undeads and there are normal humans. So these once you're cursed with this, we can't really die. It's an immortality, but it's actually a curse. It's very bad. We are no longer humans. We don't have our own souls anymore. We don't have humanity. we live off of humanity of others, and it's quite sad. We'll get into the story as much as possible later, but get into the habit of reading item descriptions because they reveal quite a bit of story actually. They reveal a lot of story. Whoa! Right about it, but so it opened up a passage, and this was the thing that opened this passage, and this is the guy that gave us the key. Let's talk to him.
Oh, you. You're no hollow. Hmm? Thank goodness. I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll die soon, then lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of you. You and I are both undead. Hear me out, will you?
Before I say yes, he said I'll die soon and go crazy, basically, but he said we are both undead. There is a huge significance behind that. The thing is that we are undead, but we are not hollow. Hollow is basically when you go insane. You just die so many times that you start losing memory. You basically become a hollowed out shell of the amazing individual, a human that you once were. So he is on the brink of death, and take a good look at his shield. That is going to be important later. And if you can see, there is light coming on top of it. There is a hole in the ceiling. That is also important. Moving on.
Regrettably, I have failed in my mission, but perhaps you can keep the torch lit. There is an old saying in my family, "Thou who art undead art chosen, and thine exodus from the Undead Asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. When thou ringeth the bell of awakening, the fate of the undead thou shalt know." Well, now you know, and I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing. Here, take this. An Estus flask, an undead favorite.
This is a magical item. More on that later.
Oh, and this. Now I must bid farewell. I would hate to harm you after death. So go now, and thank you.
Thank you, kind sir. Now let's deal with the asshole who, if you heard that, that was the sound of him dying. That was another critical hit, more on that later. He gave us a key to open this door. Very fine gentleman indeed. This is wield two-handed. This is kick. And this is jump attack. Okay, this is our basic moveset for now. Movesets will change as you change equipment. That is another interesting. This game has so much depth. Come here. I am playing extremely carefully and passively because we are deprived. We naturally don't have any defenses, and our shield is actually quite shit. And as you can see, they do a lot of damage to me. One fuck up and I'm done for. You can play this game as somebody very hyper and jump into rooms and like just start battles completely randomly, but that is not the best way to do it. Right now what we are collecting on the right corner there are the souls that these people acquired by killing others. Oops, that was not a backstab, but we get to die anyway. Right button while falling is the plunging attack, and right button behind an enemy gives you a critical hit. That is the backstab I was doing. And parrying is left trigger to parry, and then riposte is the counter attack. I'll demonstrate now. This is parry and this is riposte. This is also counted as a critical hit. Does a lot of damage. Our club basically is quite shit and won't be doing any damage on its own unless we had the critical hit bonus. So we have 100 damage of critical hit bonus. It scales A with strength, and we'll get into the item stats later. I just wanted to give you an idea. This here is the demon that was causing us so much pain earlier. We just had to escape from him. This is the asylum demon. He also has a story, and we'll get into that later. I'm going dual wield because it gives me more damage, basically. Nope, nope. Okay. This guy is going to hurt me a lot if he hits me. I mean, look at him. He's huge. Or rather, should I say, she is huge. Okay. Belly flop. Jump attack. If it keeps doing that, we can just use our jump attack and kill it off relatively easily. This is, trust me, it's not as easy as it seems. I've just played this a lot of times. So this is actually a very, very tough game. We got the key to this door here. And if you can hear that, it is something is still stomping. I won't disclose what now for reasons of not spoiling anything in the game. And the second item that you can see at the bottom is humanity. We are no longer human, to be honest. We are undead, and humanity is something that is very important and very, very rare nowadays. It is going to get rarer and rarer. So this tiny black sprite is found on corpses. They lose humanity when they die, and this single humanity can be used for restoring one humanity. What that is, we'll get into later. Very little is known about its nature and origins right now. We'll find out more as we go on. And this is what basically distinguishes us from hollows. We still have some humanity left in us, which is the reason why we are still in control of our character. And let's see if I can do it here. I don't think it will give, yeah, it doesn't give me the option to restore humanity yet, but on the top left hand side corner, you can see in the circle it says 1. The red bar is health, and the green bar is the stamina. If I run, attack, or do anything, even blocking actually restores stamina slowly. We have a natural restoration of stamina, but no natural over the time restoration of health. This is the key that the dragon thing, asylum demon, dropped. Good job, go straight ahead. There is a secret on the right hand side, but we can't really do anything with it right now, so I won't spoil it. And now we are at the edge of
Only
Undead Asylum.
in the ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen. To leave the Undead Asylum in pilgrimage to the land of the ancient lords. Lordran.
Okay, so this was very important. In Lordran, you can level up and kindle at bonfires. You can't do it anywhere else. Mainly, Undead Asylum. This entire world right here, not just this, as far as the eye can see and beyond that, is Lordran. This area is called Firelink Shrine. This area is not called Lordran, it is inside Lordran. And this is the central hub of the game. I want to emphasize, like, Undead Asylum is literally outside of the entire world, basically. Undead Asylum is... game? Hello? Yeah. So, Undead Asylum is where hollows are kept, who are undeads who have gone crazy. It is an asylum. hollows can't be killed, they just get reborn, and therefore the people who run